Why can't we sleep? 6 scientific methods for better sleep. Hello, everyone. Today we're tackling one of the most challenging issues throughout human history: insomnia. Yes, good nutrition, regular exercise, and quality sleep are the 3 pillars of healthy living. But for some reason, we struggle the most with sleep. Interestingly, when we experience sleep problems, people around us tend to react the same way. Put down your phone and sleep. Or, of course you can't sleep if you drink tea in the evening. They might be right, but how do these suggestions actually help us? Everyone already knows these things. People don't have sleep problems because of a lack of knowledge, but because of the difficulty in changing their habits. According to research by Dr. Charles Czeisler from Harvard University, modern human sleep quality has decreased by 25% over the last 50 years. This means our grandmothers slept better than we do. But why? Today, I'll explain 6 scientifically proven methods that will dramatically improve your sleep quality. And I won't just tell you, do this, don't do that. I'll explain the neurological and physiological mechanisms behind each method. 1. Proper association, the brain's association skill. What comes to mind when you think of a library? Books, silence, studying. What about a gym? Exercise, sweat, health. And what about your bed? Sleep, rest, comfort. Or is it endlessly scrolling through social media on your phone? This is the critical point. Our brain is essentially an association machine. Studies by neuroscientist Dr. Andrew Huberman from Stanford University show that when we consistently associate a particular activity with a specific place or object, our brain automatically begins preparing for that activity as soon as we enter that space. So we can work better in a library because our brain has coded it as a workplace. Similarly, if you use your bed for watching Netflix, browsing social media, or answering work emails, our brain codes the bed as a place to be active. A 2018 study found that participants who used their beds only for sleep fell asleep about 15 minutes faster than those who performed other activities in bed. Tip: use your bed only for sleep and sexual activity. Leave your phone, laptop, and tablet outside your bedroom. When you get into bed, your brain should think, this is the place for sleep. 2. Reducing stimuli, the screen and light paradox. Throughout human history, it got dark when the sun set and people slept. Scientists call this the circadian rhythm. Today, we stare at bright screens that act like projectors shining directly into our faces at midnight, and then wonder why we can't sleep. Strange, isn't it? Research by Dr. Anne-Marie Chang from Harvard Medical School shows that melatonin, the sleep hormone, levels can drop by up to 50% in people who look at screens before bedtime. Moreover, the blue light emitted from screens mimics sunlight, sending a message to our brain that says, "It's still daytime, stay awake." Let's be realistic. Not all of us will stop looking at our phones before bed. So what can we do? Tip: if you must look at a screen, take these precautions. 1. Reduce screen brightness to the minimum level. 2. Activate night mode, yellow light filter 3. Keep your phone at least 30 centimeters away from your face. For even better, use blue light filtering glasses. A study at the University of California showed these glasses can increase melatonin by up to 58%. 3. Optimizing environmental conditions, the temperature factor. Sleep experts say the ideal sleep temperature is around 18 degrees Celsius, 64 degrees Fahrenheit. Many of you might think, that's too cold, but science supports this. Studies by Dr. Penelope Lewis from New York University show that our body temperature drops by approximately 1 degree Celsius during sleep, and this decrease triggers quality sleep. If the ambient temperature is too high, our body cannot achieve this drop, making it harder to fall asleep. Interesting data. Research conducted on Australian Aborigines showed that communities sleeping outdoors had 35% better sleep quality compared to those living in modern homes with air conditioning. Of course, not all of us have the luxury of sleeping in our gardens. Tip: keep your bedroom slightly cool. You can add a blanket if you feel cold, but the only way to cool down in a hot room is to sleep naked. Brief laugh. And even that isn't always enough. Be sensitive about lighting as well. Research conducted by NASA on astronauts in the space station showed that astronauts sleeping in completely dark environments entered deep sleep phases more often than those sleeping under slight illumination. 4. Establishing routine, your brain's timing mechanism. Here's perhaps the most important tip: establish routines. Our brain works like a prediction machine and loves routines. Research by neuroscientists at the University of Zurich in Switzerland shows that people with regular sleep-wake times experience 38% fewer sleep problems compared to those with irregular sleep habits. If you go to bed at 11 p.m. and wake up at 7 a.m. on weekdays, but stay up until 3 a.m. and sleep until noon on weekends, you're subjecting your body to social jet lag. This creates an effect as if you're flying to a different time zone every weekend. If you're saying, "But I want to sleep in on weekends," I have bad news for you. Nature doesn't know the concept of weekends. The sun rises at the same time on Sundays too. Tip: go to bed and wake up at the same time on weekdays and weekends. It will be difficult at first, but after 3 weeks, your body will adapt to this and automatically be ready for sleep at the right time. 5. Caffeine and other stimulants, chemical barriers. Some friends among us say, "I can drink coffee in the evening and still sleep." Here's some research for them. According to a study from the University of Michigan, the half-life of caffeine is about 5 to 6 hours. This means that half of the caffeine from the coffee you drink at 4 p.m. is still circulating in your blood at 10 p.m. And due to genetic differences, this period can extend to 9 to 10 hours for some people. Moreover, our ability to metabolize caffeine slows down as we age. If you're a 20-year-old, you might be free from the effects of caffeine after 3 hours, but if you're 40, this might take 5 to 7 hours. Interesting note: research conducted in Japan showed that people who drink green tea have better sleep quality than those who consume coffee with the same amount of caffeine. The reason is an amino acid called L-theanine found in green tea. L-theanine can soften the stimulating effect of caffeine while showing calming effects. Tip: avoid caffeinated beverages after noon. Alternatively, try relaxing herbal teas before sleep. 1 Melissa, shown to reduce anxiety by 18% in scientific studies. 2 Lavender, proven to increase sleep quality by 20%. 3 Chamomile, activates GABA receptors, producing a relaxing effect. 6. Physical preparation, relaxing muscles. For millions of years, humans slept after being physically tired. In modern times, we're mentally exhausted but physically inactive, and then we can't sleep. Research from Oxford University shows that people who engage in at least 30 minutes of physical activity daily sleep 65% better than those living sedentary lives. But be careful. Intense exercise right before bedtime can have the opposite effect. Doing gentle stretching exercises, yoga, or meditation 1 to 2 hours before sleep prepares your body for sleep. A study conducted at Stanford University showed that participants who meditated regularly experienced a 15% increase in deep sleep duration. And yes, you might fall asleep while meditating. That's not failure, it's success. Tip: try a simple 10-minute meditation before bed. Just focus on your breath. If your mind wanders to other thoughts, gently bring your attention back to your breath. This is like pressing the sleep button. Good sleep isn't achieved overnight. Changing your habits will take time. Research from the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, MIT, shows that forming a new habit takes an average of 66 days. Be patient. Don't try to implement all these tips at once. Start with one at a time. First, try leaving your phone outside your bedroom. Then adjust room temperature. Later, establish a sleep routine. Sleep takes up a third of our lives. Isn't it worth making an effort to improve its quality?